If you're like most people, you start dreaming of retirement mid-career, looking forward to the day that you can leave your job and spend your time doing things that you enjoy. What most people aren't dreaming about is how much they'll spend on healthcare in retirement. People in their 40s now can expect to spend over $300,000 on health-related expenses in retirement, and $500,000 or more if you live into your 90s, according to the Urban Institute. That's a tough pill to swallow, especially if you have major misconceptions about Medicare. Hi there, I'm Danielle Roberts, co-founder at Boomer Benefits and author of the #1 bestseller, 10 Costly Medicare Mistakes You Can't Afford to Make. Let's dive into 7 things that most people get wrong when it comes to Medicare coverage. Number 1, worrying that you'll be stuck with whatever coverage you first choose. When you initially enroll in Medicare, you'll choose between 2 paths: Original Medicare, which is Part A and B, or a Medicare Advantage plan. It's common for Medicare beneficiaries to believe that they're stuck with that plan for life once they make their Medicare plan choice. The reality is that you will have enrollment periods that allow you to make some changes to your Medicare. The annual election period runs from October 15th to December 7th every year. During this period, you can switch from Original Medicare to Medicare Advantage and vice versa, or choose a new Medicare Advantage plan if you're not happy with one that you already have. You can also add or drop Part D prescription drug coverage or switch to a different Part D plan. If you choose to try a Medicare Advantage plan, you will also have one opportunity to leave that coverage and return to Original Medicare at any time during the first 12 months, and you won't lose your guaranteed issue rights for a Medigap plan. While this is an election period you can only use once in your lifetime, it gives people some peace of mind if they are curious to try a Medicare Advantage plan. There is another enrollment period each year that is designed for people who are already on a Medicare Advantage plan. The Medicare Advantage open enrollment period from January 1st to March 31st each year is an opportunity to leave your plan. During this period, you can switch between Medicare Advantage plans or drop Medicare Advantage altogether and enroll back into Original Medicare, although you may need to go through underwriting to add a Medigap plan in most states. There are also special election periods that apply in specific situations. For example, if you move out of state or if your Medicare Advantage plan stops operating in your area, you can use a special election period to enroll in a new plan or to return to Original Medicare. Number 2, believing that Medicare will help with long-term care. Medicare does not cover long-term care. After being in the Medicare industry nearly 20 years, I can tell you that many beneficiaries assume Medicare will pay for the rent if they need to move into an assisted living or nursing home facility. Medicare does cover short-term stays in a skilled nursing facility after a qualifying 3-day inpatient hospital stay, but this coverage is for a maximum of 100 days. Medicare does not, however, cover any custodial care in a long-term care facility when you're not expected to return to living independently. This is potentially catastrophic since 70% of seniors will need long-term care in retirement, and nearly 20% will need more than 5 years of nursing home care in the future. When you consider that a semi-private room could run $7,000 per month or more, you could easily spend tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars on long-term care. You'll want to plan carefully to build these costs into your retirement savings plan or invest in long-term care insurance. Insurance premiums can cost anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500 a year, depending on the type of coverage you choose and your age when you purchase that protection. However, long-term care insurance may be your best bet if you're already worried about the size of your retirement nest egg. Number 3, thinking that you can enroll in Medicare as soon as you retire. It's important to know that your retirement date has nothing to do with your Medicare enrollment dates. Unless you have a qualifying disability, you must wait until your 65th birthday to get Medicare coverage. If you retire at 62, You will need to find another option for health insurance until you're eligible for Medicare. You also don't want to enroll in Medicare too late because you'll face penalties. Knowing your Medicare enrollment dates is critical because if you don't enroll when you're first eligible and you don't have other creditable coverage, you could pay lifelong enrollment penalties with your monthly premiums. The late enrollment penalties are based on the amount of time you went without creditable employer coverage. Penalties for Medicare Part B and Part D are cumulative and added to your Part B and D premiums once you do enroll. It can be very expensive to delay your Medicare enrollment if you don't have qualifying health insurance from a large employer. Number 4, assuming that a Medigap plan will pay all of your out-of-pocket healthcare costs. Many beneficiaries believe buying a Medigap plan means paying nothing out of pocket for healthcare expenses, and the truth is a little bit more nuanced. It's important to note that Medigap plans only work with original Medicare, so if you choose a Medicare Advantage plan, you can't buy a Medigap plan. Your out-of-pocket costs with Medicare Advantage depend on your plan, and there's no Medicare supplemental coverage to pay them for you. The federal government establishes Medigap benefits, so for example, a Plan G from one company has the same coverage as a Plan G from another. Medicare plans were standardized back in 1990, so each of the 10 Medigap plan options cover different combinations of the Part A and B deductibles, co-payments, and co-insurance amounts. Some of them even cover Part B excess charges. So you can choose a plan with a little bit of coverage or a lot of coverage. However, as of January 1st of 2020, beneficiaries newly eligible to Medicare are prohibited from buying plans that cover the Part B deductible. So Medigap Plan C and Plan F are only available to those who are eligible for Medicare prior to 2020. Consider this as well. No matter your plan type, you are still responsible for your original Medicare premiums. Part B premiums in 2023 are $164.90 a month or more, depending on your income. Unless you have low income and qualify for Medicaid, you will pay for your Part B premiums regardless of whether you choose a Medigap plan or a Medicare Advantage plan. Medigap plans help to pay your share of the deductibles, co-pays, and co-insurance for healthcare services covered under Medicare Parts A and B. Prescription medications, however, are covered by Part D drug plans and not original Medicare. Your Medigap plan won't help you with your out-of-pocket costs for outpatient medications. Your plan also won't pay for services such as routine vision and dental care that Medicare itself doesn't cover. We recommend that you have a rainy day fund set aside, funds that you access only for medical emergencies. Some of you may have money that you contributed to a health savings account during your working years. You can use these funds tax-free to pay for your Medicare deductibles, co-pays, and co-insurance. You can use the money in your HSA for qualified health expenses prior to retirement, but after you retire, you can also use it to pay for Part B and D premiums as well. But please note that you cannot contribute to an HSA while you are enrolled in any part of Medicare. So if you're still working, check out our YouTube video, Health Savings Accounts and Medicare, to learn more about these plans. Number 5, believing you can buy a Medigap plan whenever you want. People erroneously believe that they can buy a Medigap plan any old time. Or in other words, wait until they get sick to buy a Medigap plan. Technically, yes, you can apply for a Medigap policy whenever you like, but the company doesn't have to sell you one unless you have guaranteed issue rights. Without guaranteed issue rights, the insurer can ask health questions and make you pass medical underwriting before selling you a Medigap plan. If you have anything worrisome in your health history, you could be turned down or charged a higher premium for Medigap coverage in many different states. Your Medigap open enrollment period is your golden ticket to a Medigap plan. The Medigap open enrollment period is a 6-month window that starts with your Part B effective date. During those 6 months, you can buy any Medigap plan that is sold in your state. You also have a trial right if you enroll in Medicare Advantage when you first become eligible for Medicare, but decide during the 12-month trial period to switch back to original Medicare. Outside of those 2 periods, There are very few times when you have a guaranteed issue right to buy a Medigap plan. There is also no annual election period for Medigap plans when you can switch plans without going through underwriting. However, certain states have special expanded Medigap open enrollment rules, and you can visit our states page at boomerbenefits.com to see if your state has any special Medigap enrollment rules. It's very important to buy the type of coverage today that you think you'll need 10 or 20 years into retirement, because you may not be able to upgrade your plan later on if your health or financial circumstances change. Number 6, presuming that there is an annual cap on your out-of-pocket Medicare costs. Most people believe that Medicare is more like their former employer's health coverage, where your expenditures are capped at a certain dollar limit, but that is not the case. There is no limit to your out-of-pocket healthcare expenses under original Medicare. You will pay deductibles and copays as you access healthcare services, and you will also pay 20% of the cost of your outpatient healthcare services under Part B. A Medigap plan is your only protection against catastrophic spending if you stay with original Medicare Part A and B. However, if you choose Medicare Advantage, there is an annual out-of-pocket cap on your expenses. The federal government sets the maximum out-of-pocket limit for Advantage plans, which is also called the MOOP for short. In 2023, the MOOP limit is $8,300. However, some Medicare Advantage plans can and often do set their limit much lower, which is good for you. You may also have a different cap for in-network spending versus care you get outside your plan's network, so review your plan's summary of benefits carefully. Keep in mind, however, that your outpatient prescription drug costs don't count towards your out-of-pocket cap on a Medicare Advantage plan. Part D has its own framework for catastrophic costs that is in addition to what you could potentially spend on Part A and B services inside of a Medicare Advantage plan. Finally, number 7, planning for Medicare to cover those dental and vision services. Original Medicare does not cover routine vision or dental care, and even if you buy a Medigap plan, you won't have coverage for these types of routine services. If you wear glasses and get eye exams every year, you'll be responsible for the bill in full. However, in certain situations, original Medicare covers some dental and vision services. For example, Medicare will cover your treatment if you injure your eye. It also pays for glaucoma screenings for high-risk individuals. If you have cataract surgery, Medicare will pay for the approved costs and cover one pair of basic glasses or contact lenses. Outside of that, you're mostly on your own for dental and vision exams and services under original Medicare. Many Medicare Advantage plans, however, do offer coverage for routine vision, dental, and sometimes hearing services. Your plan may place an annual cap on benefits, and certain services, such as crowns or implants, may not be covered. Medicare Advantage plans are private insurance plans, so some plans may have more benefits than others. It pays to compare available plans in your area before you buy to get the one that is best for your healthcare needs. Most people are happy with their Medicare coverage, but it's essential to understand your benefits and options so you aren't unpleasantly surprised by healthcare costs in retirement. This is what our team here at Boomer Benefits is for. We are in the business of helping you and your loved ones understand Medicare and guiding you through the available insurance options. We believe it is important that you first understand basic Medicare itself. For free Medicare help and lifetime back-end support with your policy, give us a call at 817-249-8600. And watch this video next to learn more about how our legendary client service team can help you with your Medicare coverage.